Oh, good day, guys. This is Qing speaking. I'm a technical support engineer in SuperMap. I'm so glad that I will share general JS spatial analysis knowledge with you in the next 5 days, and I will get you complete some JS applications. So from this life, you may find that GIS can be everywhere. And we will take your country or your favorite country or city as the main topic to finish a series of analysis applications so that you can know better about GIS and know better about the value of GIS analysis. And at the same time, even better know more about your country or your favorite cities. So now let's begin our course. The course will be divided into 5 parts. Every part takes 1 day to finish. I will firstly introduce the general knowledge regarding today's course and then demonstrate example related with this theme to you. Finally, I will assign homework to you and provide you tutorials and videos in Google Classroom. So let's begin now. All these courses are based on the SuperMap iDesktop product. Here you can see this is the SuperMap iDesktop interface. The SuperMap iDesktop is a GIS tools which have the capabilities of processing 2D and 3D data and also provide the analysis capabilities for the GIS data and others. So all our course will based on the SuperMap iDesktop in the next 5 days. Here are the contents I mentioned just now. The courses will be divided into five parts, also 5 days. Every day we will finish one part. So today we are going to finish the first day's task. It is about the data preparation and importing. And the second day, we are going to learn about the spatial analysis, including the vector analysis, raster analysis, and also the in the third day, we are going to learn about the network analysis. In the fourth day, we are going to learn about the statistic analysis. At the last day, we don't have other general knowledge to talk about, but I will share more topics and awarded works over the years to you, so you can better understand what you can do with the spatial analysis or also the application analysis. Here is also what I mentioned about the divide for the course divided for each day. There will be 2 parts. The first part is the basic concept and operation introduction, and the part 2 is how to analyze the data with the basic knowledges. So now let's go to the first day's course, iDesktop installation and basic concept. Before we are going to operate the data, so we should know about the SuperMap iDesktop. And you can see here this picture shows all the products provided by SuperMap, and the SuperMap iDesktop is one of the terminal GIS which as I mentioned, that it has the capabilities of processing 2D and 3D data. And where you can download the software, our official website provides the way to download the products. And here you can see this is the download page, and you can find the products you want to download. Here, as this picture shows, there are all the iDesktop S10i 2020 SP1. There are also iDesktop X and iDesktop. The iDesktop X is one of our products, which is a cross-platform product, and it can be run at the Linux system or others. And what we are going to use is the SuperMap iDesktop. And here we can see that there are two packages for your choices. The first one is the full package, which is the type is just Win64 or Win32, which one are based on your computer system. And the another package is green package, which it is the Win64 bin package or Win32 bin package. The differences between these two packages is that the full package needs to be installed before you are going to use it. But the green package can be directly used after the package unzipped. Here, I will introduce the details of a desktop installation. For the full package, after you download the full package and unzip the package, here you can find the setup exe applications, and then you just need to right-click it and run it. And then here you can just leave all these setup parameters as default and next until it finished. And the second one, the green package, after you unzip the package, you can find SuperMap desktop exe application. Here you just need to double click it and run it. And then I'd like to mention about the license of SuperMap product. SuperMap provides you 3 months trial license. So if you are if this is the first time you are going to use the SuperMap products, you have 3 months free to use our products. But after 3 months, you can also send your computer name to my email, and then I will update the license to you. Where you can check your license status is that you can find the Super License Center under the package routes, the two SuperMap License Center, SuperMap License Center EXE, and here you can check your status of your license. Just like this picture shows, you have activated 1 trial license and remaining time 51 days. So here you can check it. And after the iDesktop installation finished, you can open the iDesktop with this interface. And then I'd like to talk about the data structure in SuperMap. You may first need to know how SuperMap organize the data. So in the SuperMap, all data are organized in workspace, as here shows, the data sets are managed all kind of the data, and the data sets are managed by data source. And the data source can be existed as a independent file, but the maps, layouts, things, resources are all saved in a workspace. So here is the interface in the SuperMap iDesktop. Here we can see when we open the a desktop, there is a default workspace and manages all the data sources, maps, layouts, scenes, diagrams, model, and the resources. So let's take a look. What is workspace? The workspace is used to save the work environment, including the opened data sources, saved maps, layouts, resources, and 3D scenes. And the formats of workspace is SMW and SXW. There are two formats to store the workspace. In addition, the workspace can also be stored in the database. And the next is about the data source. A data source is composed of multiple types of data sets, and it is the physical storage for the spatial data. So here we can see there can be three types. The first one is the file data source, including the UDB, UDD, the double files, and the UDBX, the single files. And the second type is the data source can be stored in the database data source, just like the PostCircle, Oracle, MyCircle, and also SuperMap supports the web data source. Here lists the three types of the data sources: the file data sources, database data sources, and web data sources. And the next one is the data sets. The data set is a collection of data of the same type, just a group of points, a group of lines, or region, tests, or 3D, or a raster, and all the data sets are stored in the data source or database. So, and the next is the layers. The layer is the display media of a data set. So the layer helps display the objects in a data set with appropriate styles in the map window. So as we know that a map often consists of one or more layers. So as this slide shows, a map is composed by layers, and the layers from the data sets it just with the styles. And the layout So as you know that the layout is composed of one or multiple configured maps, as well as some mapping elements such as the title or the legend or the north arrow or scales. And the resources often manage or the marker line of field symbol libraries. And you know that the SuperMap also has the capabilities of 3D processing and 3D application. So also the SuperMap iDesktop also have the 3D scene management capabilities. Then let's take a look where are the data sets come from. Uh, uh, we know that the GIS data can be from multiple ways. Like you can get data from a map data, or the GIS data can be a remote sensing image data, or field surveying data, or digital data, or text reports. All these are the original GIS data. And in SuperMap, we can create the data by new data set. We can create the point lines, regions, or other other types of data sets. And also we support the attribute table. In addition, SuperMap can also support can also support importing other formats data, just like the shape file data, CAD data, or other vector data, and also support the raster data, including the TIFF, or the JPG, or the grid data. This picture shows what formats of data SuperMap iDesktop supported. Here we can see AutoCAD data, ArcGIS, data mapping for Google KML, NumGIS, and others. All this data can be opened or imported into the SuperMap iDesktop and for your further application. So that's the basic concepts of the first days. So now let's take a look at what we are going to do in the first course. So for the first day, for the first day's task, we just need to finish the SuperMap iDesktop installation, and also the data preparation and the importing. So here I'd like to introduce you how to download the data and what data we are going to use in the next 5 days. Here we the first step data we can download from the DIVA GIS website. This website provides each country's administrator data and also the terrain data and others. Here, let's take a look at it. We can download the administrative areas data and also the water data, roads, railroads, elevation, land cover, population, climate, and others data from this website. And for this course, you can download all this data to check or what the data looks like. And in the following course, we are going to use the administrative data and also the elevation data, also maybe the population data. So here, let's show you the website. Okay, before I show you the data downloading, I want to show you where you can download from, download iDesktop from our SuperMap website, official website. This is the homepage of the SuperMap. And here you can find the download link under the support menu and download. Here you can find the products list, iDesktop, iServer, iPortal, and others. And here you just need to download the iDesktop and also download the latest one. Here is, as I mentioned, this is the full package, and this is the green package. And I suggest you to download the full package because after you install, you can get a help document and user manual under the installation path. Here, let me show you. Here you can find a help document and the user manual documents under the installation path. So that's why I recommend you to download the full package. And also the help document is very useful for your further operation with SuperMap at desktop. You can find many basic knowledges and operation skills in this help document. And then let me show you. Here, after we log in this website, here we're going to country level data. And here we can select the countries you want to download. The countries can be your own country or it can be your favorite country. Anyone you can select by yourselves. And here we can select the subject of the data you want to download. The elevation, the whole area's elevation, or just the country mask elevation. So here, let me show you. Because I already downloaded the data before the training. So here, I download the administrative data, the terrain data, the land cover, population, roads, railroad, and water data. It would be like this after you download it. And let's continue to see what else data we are going to use. And then I also need you to download the OpenStreetMap data. Also, you can download the data from based on your countries. Let me open OpenStreetMap. You first select the sub-region, the Asia or Africa or Europe. If your country is in Asia, you can click Asia in it and find your country. Just like my country, China, so I can download the China's data. And also, if I am interested in other countries, I also can download other countries' data, just like the Thailand or Mongolia or others. And the next data, let me show you what the next data we are going to use is the NOAA, is the meteorological data from the NOAA. So here there are many choices for you to select the meteorological data. You can here I suggest you to download the time-related maps, the hourly, daily, monthly, annual, or others. Suppose in this course I will show you the daily meteorological data application. So here I click the daily data. So these are all these meteorological stations. So here you can find which layers have the stations in your country. So just like the daily data, you can say global summary of the day have the stations all over the world, and then you can select you can input the location of your country and to find the data of your country. So, and then you can get all location data and download the station list data. So, then let's continue. So, there are three types of data need to be downloaded from the public website. So, I wish you can download this data. And then after you download the data, you need to import the data to the iDesktop. As I mentioned that all the data are managed as data source in the iDesktop. So firstly, you should new data source and then import all the data to the data source you created. And then you can import the data step by step. After you finish your the data importing, the data can be viewed in the iDesktop. So let me demonstrate you how to import those data. Here I show that this 7 data are downloaded from the DIB, the first website, and this one is downloaded from the OpenStreetMap, uh, and this CSV data downloaded from the NOAA website. They are all stations. Here I unzipped the administrative data. Here we can see they are all shape files, and also the terrain data. It is grid data, and the latest free. This is our OSM data, buildings, natural places. Here. You can import all this data to view it, to take a look what the data looks like. And also the CSV data. Here we are going to use the daily data. I downloaded one month's daily data, which I downloaded the October's data. Here, let me open it and take a look. Here we can see there is station ID, station name, and the location, latitude, longitude, and the elevation of the stations, and also the dates of the data. We can I downloaded 1 month's data of October. So here, the PLCP, this is precipitation, and also the temperature, and the visibility, and others meteorological data. So then the next we are going to import all this data to iDesktop. So here I already opened iDesktop. The first thing we need to do is to new a data source. So we find the data sources under the workspace manager, and new file data source. For the application analysis demonstration, I'm going to use the Thailand data. So here, the next after I created the data source, I import the data set, data, administration data, import the administration 00. The shape, we only select the shape file. Here, we can just leave it as default and import it. Let's take a look at the data. So here we can see the administrative 00 is the country boundary, and the administration 1 is the maybe province level, administration tool is district level, and also the administrative tree is the countryside level. And the next, let's continue to import the data. Here I would like to show you the terrain data. Here we select the VRT format. And here we need you to pay attention to is that we should change the type image to raster. There are two types of raster data in iDesktop. The one is image data, just like the remote sensing data or JPG or other pictures. And the another one is the raster data, just like the DEM data or other grid data. So here we need to change the DEM type to raster and then import it. And here I downloaded the masked terrain data. So here we can just add to the current map. It will be like this. And the next, going to continue to import the OSM data. Here, I just import the POI's data, which we are going to use in the following 4 courses. And you can also import others to have a look. Here I just to show you how to import the data from other formats to iDesktop. Then we can also add to current map. Those are all POIs. Also, you can browse the attribute table to check the attributes of the data. Here we can see there include the hotels, US restaurants, and other types of points. And also here we can check the attribute table of other vector data. The tenant level, and this is the province level, include the name one is the province's name, the name 0 is the country name, and also select here the name 1 is name 0 is country name 1 is province name, and the name 2 is the city names. So now let's continue to import the meteorological data. Here we are going to import the October's data. You can select any months or any days you want to. So here I just take October's data as an example. Before we import the data, we should first need close the CSV data. So and here we can see the attributes table here. And here we need to import the meteorological data as point data. So you should check if your data has the latitude and longitude fields. So here we need to check the import spatial data and see the coordinate, the longitude. Here we see longitude, latitude, and latitude. And if you want to do some 3D application here, you can also set the altitude because we just need the 2D data. So here we don't set the altitude and then import. Here we can see the stations are imported as point data. This point data, this is grid data, and this is region data. That's what I mentioned. These are all the data sets. Here we can also enter the country map. And let me hide the POI map. So these are all the stations. And also we can check the attributes table. And choose the fields. This is wind speed, visibility, and the temperature, and the precipitation. The meaning of this fields are introduced in the NOAA, so you can just find the meaning while the NOAA website. So and you can also import other data. Here I just show you this data, and I think so. That's the tasks for today. It is simple and easy. And now let's take a look the homework of today. So here are some requirements for your first day's homework. Firstly, you should install the software and finish the license configuration so that you can confirm so that you can confirm the iDesktop can be used. And then you should create a workspace and a data source successfully, and then you need to download the data I mentioned and also import the vector data and the grid data of your country or the country you are interested, and then load all the data to the map. And then I'd like you to make a brief introduction of the country you downloaded. So all this, I will, and for the submission, I want you to put a screenshot of the final result and a brief introduction of the country in document, and the file name should be like this: the application analysis and your country and your name. So for the support and the homework submission, if you have any questions, you can leave messages in the Skype group, and we will answer you your questions. And also you need you need to log in the Google Classroom to your homework submission. So I think that's pretty much for today's course. And here I want you to pay attention to is that the training will be started at 5 p.m. in Beijing time tomorrow afternoon. So see you tomorrow at 5 p.m. in Beijing time. So see you.